My name is Dr. Miriam Benkovsky, and I'm a Senior Lecturer in Politics and the Director of the Politics, Philosophy and Economics degree at Trobe University. This is a thoughtfully structured degree that will not only provide you with a chance to develop important disciplinary-specific skills in politics, philosophy and economics, which I'll talk about in a moment. The degree also grants you a unique opportunity to integrate what you've learnt in these different disciplines, exploring how particular topics and policy problems can really only be illuminated with a good grasp of all three disciplines. So if you want to understand and change your world, you'll not only need these particular skills, you'll need an ability to apply them in creative ways. And this degree, the PPE degree at La Trobe University, provides this in a supporting and encouraging environment. As for what you do in each discipline and throughout the course of the degree, in politics, you'll develop your knowledge of political institutions and their history. Importantly, you'll really get a sense of how the path-dependent and historical development of political institutions can constrain what's pragmatically feasible, and why understanding political institutions really is essential to any kind of policy development, whether this be in relation to climate change, to the distribution of income and wealth, to inequalities in educational access, to questions like how to use and regulate artificial intelligence, and even to questions about the regulation, say, of arrangements like surrogacy. As for philosophy, you will learn what it means to reason both rigorously and empathetically. And importantly, this will give you a chance to take units in ethics and political philosophy. And these units are about the normative question, the should. What should we do? In your study of ethics and political philosophy, you'll not only be studying how institutions are actually structured and historically located, as you will do in your study of politics, but you'll rather be studying how our institutions should be structured, the normative question, if we really care about social justice. As for economics and what you study in economics, you will be learning how the behaviour of people, as families or individuals, households and firms, how they respond to incentives and how to modify these incentives to achieve particular outcomes. Again, this might be in education or sustainability and climate change. It might be in relation to wealth and income distribution and other areas. In addition to looking at how people respond to incentives, you'll also be learning quantitative techniques to help you undertake statistical analysis of economic variables so that you can produce the kind of empirical evidence that you need to support your efforts to change and improve your political institutions. Not only that, you'll also be learning not just about incentives and not just the quantitative statistical skills that you need, you'll also be learning how institutions in the economy function in relation to each other in a world of globalised and interdependent markets. So this is a holistic account of economics. Finally, and this is significant for this degree, instead of developing these important disciplinary skills in politics, philosophy and economics in isolation of each other, which can sometimes generate the impression that the disciplines are talking at cross purposes, instead of that, you really will have meaningful opportunities throughout your degree to combine these different perspectives and integrate them together so as to grasp the tight interconnections between the economy, political institutions, political interests, and big ideas about justice. So to provide you with an example, in the first year PPE Core Unit, which is the interdisciplinary unit that helps you integrate these different disciplines together, you will have a chance to study 4 modules: trade, income and wealth inequality, sustainability, and education. And you'll do this by considering the very different ways in which political philosophers, economists, and politics scholars have studied these topics, and why, if we're really committed to social justice, an approach that integrates all of these perspectives really is necessary. So let's turn now to consider who studies a PPE degree. Well, students come from a variety of backgrounds. If you have a strong intellectual curiosity and interest in justice and a real desire to understand and change your world, then this degree is for you. The degree first started in Oxford in the 1920s, and it's been viewed in the UK at least as a bastion for the political elite, producing political leaders like David Cameron, whose picture we see in the top centre of the slide. But the degree's since spread well beyond the UK, and it has an excellent global reputation. In Australia, PPE graduates have also informed the political elite, with Bob Hawke and Malcolm Fraser, graduates of overseas PPE degrees. But PPE degrees have also informed political activism. Malala Yousafzai, for example, and she's the young woman at the top left-hand side of the slide. She received the Nobel Peace Prize for demanding rights to education for girls in Pakistan, and she's currently undertaking a PPE degree in the UK. The activist, journalist and filmmaker Tariq Ali is also a PPE graduate. And although the photo is a little dated, we also have Philippa Foot as an example of a PPE graduate, and she used her PPE skills to become a renowned British virtue ethicist and academic. So the skills that this degree teaches you and the ability to integrate these skills in nuanced ways makes it unparalleled if you are wanting to make changes in your world in seeking greater social justice. And that's who this degree is for. So as to where our PPE graduates can now be found, we have had PPE graduates working in the Department of Prime Minister and Cabinet, in infrastructure policy, in journalism, in economic consultancy firms, think tanks, in NGOs like the Brotherhood of St Lawrence, and in any employment that values human skills, combining quantitative literacy with critical thinking. And I like to think about it this way. This is a vocational degree. It does provide job-ready skills for a variety of employment opportunities, but it's not vocational in the same way that an accounting degree is immediately vocational. And again, I think of it this way. In a world in which robots are increasingly replacing humans in many occupations, this degree provides you with irreducibly and irreplaceable human skills that are inherently transferable to many different jobs. As for the precise course content, it's no coincidence that La Trobe University was the very first university to offer a PPE degree, because our degree is very carefully structured and well thought out. There are other universities that offer a PPE degree in Australia, but ours really is unparalleled on account of its political economy focus, about which I'll say a little bit more in a moment, and its integration of students into campus life. Now, political economy views economic behaviour as structured by political institutions and power, and you'll have a chance in your second year of this degree to learn about the full range of contemporary approaches to economics. La Trobe appears to be unique in its effort to situate your economics units in relation to a broader landscape of contemporary approaches in economics. As for integrating students into campus life, the PPE Student Society has, across the last 2 years, organised a variety of really fascinating student-led and student-focused events, including, for example, Pand Economics, or Economics for a Pandemic, PPE-related movie nights, events on environmental and ecological economics, and political economy workshops. The students also organised peer tutoring, and we're working together this year to set up a peer mentoring opportunity to support all students at all year levels through their degree. And this is a fantastic opportunity to meet others who share your interests, develop friends, and support networks that can assist you through your degree and beyond. As for work-integrated learning, PPE students are offered a chance to undertake 2 internship units. The first is called Political Competency in the Workplace, and the second option is a Victorian Parliamentary Internship Scheme. And both are designed to provide students with relevant work experience and industry contacts for life beyond the degree. Many of our students at La Trobe are still the first in their families to go to uni. And we're well aware of that, and we'll work with you to facilitate access to the sort of support services that might assist you over the course of your degree. As for overseas study, a lot of our students take a semester of exchange, including programs like Colombo and other opportunities. There's also enough space in the degree to permit you to study the equivalent of a major in economics if you desire, But there are also pathways to permit you to choose more policy-oriented economics units. And we will guide you through this process so that you can make choices about your unit selection that best suit your interests and your strengths. This is a fantastic degree. It produces students who were already interested in thinking about social justice and their world at large. It provides the skills to do that in an integrated and nuanced way. Our PPE students really do give so much back to their world in ways that have a real impact. And this is being recognised more broadly by a whole range of employers who value these human skills and who also value the dedication of our students to issues around justice. Thanks for staying with me until the end of this rather long presentation. If you have any questions, please pop them into the box on the screen.